Hello YouTubes, this is video 60 of my vlog, and today's video comes to you yet again in vertical video format because I am going for a walk. And if I had a selfie stick or something with me, it would be much easier to hold this in landscape, but yeah, it's just uncomfortable holding it like that for long periods of time, so here we are. Anyway, I find myself in Tunbridge this morning. I've just taken my wife's car to get some new tyres put on. It's going to take about half an hour. So I am going for a quick walk to a shop to go get a coffee. Preferably a cold coffee. Because I know, even though it's cold outside, I want to go get a cold coffee. I thought someone just turned into a one-way street the wrong way, but no, they didn't. Yeah, so it's Saturday. Get the tyres done in the car and then back home. See if the rest of the family are awake and ready, and then probably go out somewhere for the day, maybe down the seaside. I know it's not looking great at the moment, but the temperature is supposed to come up a bit. I think it's about 7 or 8 degrees at the moment. It's supposed to get up to around 13 or 15, which, yeah, okay, it doesn't sound like a lot. In fact, it sounds like nothing. But considering it's still April and it's England, that's warm. That's the kind of temperature that's worthy. Someone's throwing out a nice chair. Obviously, it can't be too nice because I've thrown it out. Yeah, that's the kind of temperature that's worthy of going to the seaside and making the most of it. Probably not go swimming though, but you know, definitely go down there. Maybe have some fish and chips, probably an ice cream or two. Love a seaside ice cream. That's 50%. That's half of the reason for going to the seaside. Guaranteed ice cream, and it's not the shit you find in shops. You know, by saying guaranteed ice cream, you might just be thinking about, hang on, you can just go to any shop and get an ice cream. No, it's not the same. Not the same as getting, say, a Mr. Whippy, you know, soft serve, or bubblegum flavoured, what they call down the seaside, gelato. It's just a regular ice cream, I suppose, but all the weird and wonderful flavours. Bubblegum's my favourite. So yeah, here we are. Shitty part of Tunbridge. Partial industrial estate, partial, well, there's a few houses back there. Nothing special. So I did. I should have brought my notebook with me. So yesterday, well, actually last night, I opened another book to read. One that has been sitting in my cupboard of books to read for probably 2 years now, and I was kicking myself for not having opened it sooner and started reading it sooner, because I was precisely 4 paragraphs into reading the book and I'd already stumbled across something quite profound, something eye-opening. Not going to go into what it is just yet, because I actually want to go back and reread it and essentially write down my thoughts on it to fully process it, because, you know, like I said, it was very, very profound. And then I moved on to the next section or the next page in the book, and my mind was blown yet again. And I was like, Jesus, this guy knows what he's talking about. It's crazy. All of 2 pages into reading a book, and I've already not so much broken 2 beliefs that I held before, but my eyes were opened on 2 new different levels. It was, yeah, definitely something. So I carried on reading. I read about, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 sections of the book, or pages even, so each page is 1 or 2 sections. It's very short, like they're very short, abstract pieces of information, and they'll either make perfect sense and clear your mind, or they won't make any sense at all. So technically the book is as well it's like a companion to another book that was written some years before it, a much larger one as well. So just across the road here. So the author does actually say, let's not get run over. The author does actually say at the beginning that this particular book is not meant to be read on its own. Oh Jesus, nearly tripped over there. It's not meant to be read on its own or cover to cover like a regular book. But instead it should be read as a companion to another book that he's written, or it's for people who have read the other book or maybe even read it twice, and they just use this book as like a reminder to jog their memory of the certain parts. So yeah, so once I've read a bit more, once I understand a bit more about this book, and once I've developed my thoughts on it a bit more, like I said, I will sort of make it known what it is. It's definitely a name you've heard of. It's not like some obscure thing, and yeah, it's definitely special. Like I said, I'm kicking myself for not having started reading it sooner in life. Yeah, and weirdly, nearly half of what I've already read in this book. Like I said, I've not read the original book, so I don't know what the full book to which this one's a companion is like. I'm just gonna have a seat here for a minute, but what was I saying? But it's definitely mind-boggling, to say the least. Completely lost my train of thought. I was thinking too much for what I was reading. Yeah, never mind. I'm completely getting lost in it now. So, like I said, I'll develop thoughts on it further and make it known what the book is. It's not a big book either, so anyone can pick it up and read it. In fact, the author does also suggest every now and then just opening it at a random page or section and just reading a paragraph and leaving it there. So, and it totally is that kind of book. You can do that. You can just pick it up, read a paragraph, and be happy that you've learned something or remembered something new or old or whatever. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get going because I'm in the shop now, and it's only going to be noisy in there. Plus, I don't want to look like a dick yet, walking around recording with my phone, pretending I'm on the video call. That's probably what most of these people are thinking. No one really gives a shit. So, yeah, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine, and have a great weekend.